Who would you say is the Shaq of comedy?
The Shaq of... That's a good question.
White and black.
White and black?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the white guy.
You got the white guy?
Yeah.
I mean...
I like Andrew Schulz.
Yeah.
He goes off.
He goes off.
And his is still a little bit old school comedy. Like, he don't really give what people think.
Yeah, he goes for it.
He goes off.
Yeah, he goes off. He goes at...
He really goes off.
I mean, I don't know, maybe Cat? Cat's kind of the powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they
Cat
just
goes off too.
throw it in sixth gear.
Cat goes off too.
Yeah.
How does one become a comedian? Like, what did you wake up and say, hey, I want to be a comedian? Because I think I'm funny, but...
You're very funny.
Yeah, but comedy scares me.
What do you mean? You've been around comedy forever.
Good point. So I've also... I don't like to let the people down. So when I was playing in LA, it was Comedy Store on Monday.
Yeah.
And the Improv on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a lot of stars that we see now. I've seen a lot of come up there and bomb.
Yeah.
And that's my worst fear.
Bombing? It feels like you're sucking it in front of people. Like it's very,
well, I don't know what that feels like.
I don't
but
either, but I assume it's not the best feeling. It's like you didn't want to, and then everybody walks in, you're like, I've never done this.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's kind of what it feels like. And they're like, you look like you're like, I'm sorry, I got talked into this. Oh, hey, Adam, you go from here.
I was going to bring up the clip of you shooting half-court shots at the Orlando Magic game.
What are you doing, man?
I'm sorry. But the reason I was bringing it up was I don't think people realize how big NBA players are until you're there, and I don't think they realize how far a three-pointer is until you have to shoot one. And I was curious, for comedy, what do you think people underestimate when it comes to getting on stage? Like, what part of it do they think is easy from the audience that when you get up there, it hits you like a mile? Like
there's just there's a huge difference between being funny in a conversation, like when people go, you're funny, and then being funny for an audience at a specific time, right? Because you could be having, like anybody, you've played ball, sick, sad, upset, enthusiastic, whatever, confused. Like you've had all these, you're discombobulated, you have all these things going on, you still play ball. In comedy, you still hit the stage because it's 8 o'clock and it doesn't matter what's going on. That's the skill. The skill set is not just you're funny, is that you're funny right now at this moment for all these people. That's the thing that takes time to be proficient in.
I was going to say, Shaq is one of the best humans I've ever seen. When he goes on a Jumbotron, he knows exactly what to do to make 50,000 people laugh for those 5 seconds. And I hear that you may need some Jumbotron coaching. I hear this is a fear for you.
That for me?
You said that you're afraid to go on the Jumbotron and people are like...
Oh, didn't want to be the guy on the Jumbotron who just caused a player to tear his ACL. Like that was a different thing than just being like...
But I got moves that will always make the crowd go crazy.
What are your go-to?
Ready? Let's practice.
Okay.
The first one is... Oh, stretch it out, bro.
Oh.
Okay, that one right there make the people go crazy.
That makes them go crazy?
Yes. The second one is I know I'm a star, but I didn't know you were looking at me like you like recognize me and you go. And then you give them like the fake. Right?
But that, I already know that works because you're Shaq.
Yeah, but you're famous too, bro.
No. If I were just like...
First of all, you got to understand, if they put you on the Jumbotron, people know who you are. Bro.
Okay.
Right?
That's true.
Know who you are.
That's true.
Everybody likes to laugh. So, again, the second one is...
Okay.
And then the third one, whatever team you're on with, just like Knicks, go Knicks, go, get the crowd chanting, automatic.
That's a genius one.
Yeah, that's automatic. So, he's correct when he said I know how to.
No, and I've seen you be funny a million times.
Thank you. What's your thought on social media comedians?
Comedians?
Yes, on social media. Be honest.
Oh, the ones who just do social media.
Yes, the ones that do skits and who call themselves comedians. First of all, do you Respect them as comedians?
No, they're not comedians.
Thank you.
Okay.
Glad you said it because I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like you do what you do. It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's like the people who are like, I don't know, they're street ballers or something. Like, you're not an NBA player. Like, it's a different thing.
Great analysis.
So they do what they do. I don't have any problem with it. Like, sometimes you see they've amassed like 20 million followers doing these like little sketches and shorts, and you're like, great. But I think they're only great at that for that level of consumption. I'm never going to make a video that they make where you go like, holy shit. Just like you're not going to see in a game a guy like, you know, dribble the ball with his foot and like knee it to somebody and you're like, that was crazy. Like, yeah, that's for this like fun thing you're doing on the street. But I don't know, when it comes to like like a comedian, for me, is somebody who takes a mic, gets on stage and does it for a whole audience. So it's a different thing, but I'm not bothered by it, but I just feel like it's a totally different thing.
What's your advice to young comedians that are trying to make money in this business? Like, what would you tell them? Where should they start?
And this is the big break question brought to you by the General. Let me get that in there. How can these young comedians get a big break?
I mean, the way you do it is you just work on the craft. You get on stage as much as you can. You do every mic, and you get proficient. You get better at it, and the breaks happen. Like, everybody who I've seen like become successful in the last decade doing stand-up, it's because they worked on getting good at stand-up, and the opportunities come your way. So I think when people go like, they're looking for like an angle. It's like, there is no angle, man. There is no thing that you could, if you just did this, then it would work out. Get good. And the only way to get good is to do reps. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody asks you about playing ball, it's like, dude, how...
You was getting ready to say free throws. I saw it.
I did.
I know. Go ahead. You can say it.
But you know what no one can say?
What?
That you didn't take a lot of free throws.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
And so...
Yeah, you was like when somebody asked you to take a lot of reps, I was like, motherfucker, you was getting ready to say free throws. I knew it.
You just, you did so many, and then look at the results.
You can't hurt my feelings, bro. You can say any joke. Like, you gotta understand about me, I love to laugh.
I could tell.
Like,
I know.
I'm one of those guys that when a comedian says a humorous joke or a dog joke about me, I just laugh because
you have to.
It's fun. Yeah, I like it. It's funny. But comedy scares me. It really does.
That's hilarious.
You think if
you're such a showman, like I mean, I remember like, dude, we have a 7-year age gap. I looked it up, which is like basically, I was in middle school when you were at LSU, and I wore 32 in middle school.
For real?
Yeah. And then,
where you from?
Well, we moved a lot. So I was born in Cincinnati. When you were there, when you were at LSU, I was in Milwaukee, but we moved to Florida in 93. So I saw you play in Orlando in 93. And one of the fun things was like, I mean, I'm like a middle school kid becoming a high school kid, and you had such this funny personality. You know what I mean? Like the break dancing on the floor, and like you just seemed like the fun guy to be around. But you were funny in interviews. You were always funny. Like I would assume that for you, and I've seen you like do comedy bits. I would assume that for you, it's a totally natural transition.
I would like to think I'm funny, but I'm not as funny as you and Bert. You guys are on a whole nother, like comedians are on a whole nother, like I aspire to be like as funny as you guys.
Really?
Yep. Friend and you.
Yeah.
Like the explanation of the well said.
Yeah.
Very, very, very descriptive. Like I never knew that.
You really got to try it though.
Nah, I'm good.
Just tell her to stay close to.
Nope. I don't want nobody crossing that bridge.
Just step a foot on the bridge.
No, do not.
A nail. A nail feels so much better. Just a graze. You know what I mean? Like just like a.
Nope.
You're gonna text me and be like, "Yo, the nails. What's up?"
I want to say a name so bad, but I just can't.
She'll do it.
Go ahead, Adam.
He wants to say. It's very obvious. We know he has his comedic routine.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not my cup of tea.
Well, he goes way past the though. That's different. There's he goes to the end of the bridge. Some people say no Diddy. I say Diddy all the way. That's what he's doing.